there. I have another PSA for today for you. It is, if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to, they would. I heard this one many years ago, and it is just as true today as it was then. It actually hit me kind of between the eyes at the time, because I think all of us have this habit of going along in our little bubble and assuming that other people act and think and behave in the way that we do. You know, we think, oh, well, I would never do such and such. Well, other people would. Or I'm always trying to, you know, be considerate of someone's feelings and what's going on with them. Well, not everyone is. I didn't actually know that. I was a very, I think people would say, naive and trusting. I've been told by more than one person, you're too pure for this world, that I just don't think along those lines with people. And so I had no concept, honestly, that some people just choose not to do things that would make you happy or make your life easier. I was just always giving and always thinking of the other person. So I started to look at this from the angle of, if they wanted to, they would. Well, if they're not doing it, that means they don't want to. And if they don't want to, and they still know what it would mean to me, then they don't hold me in very high regard. They don't actually care a great deal, or maybe at all, whether I'm hurt or, you know, in some way affected by their actions or lack thereof. And it really, I guess, is something of a change in how you view the world, because I just prefer to assume that people are good and kind and want to be the best versions of themselves. And I still try to hold that belief a little bit, just so that I don't go crazy and hate everything. But I have to temper that with the reality that if they wanted to, they would. So if you're dealing with a situation, let's say, I talk a lot about parent estrangement, adult children who, you know, they've grown up and they kind of turn into different people and start blaming their parents for every minor detail or reimagined memories. And they throw away all the things that were good and beneficial for them, and the happy times that you laughed, they just wipe that out of their memory. Okay? Parent estrangement. And you're sitting here wondering, why have I been erased from their life? Why aren't they calling? Why don't they come by anymore? How can they not miss the relationship that we had? If you're sitting around thinking about that, remember, if they wanted to, they would. So far, they have done pretty much everything that they wanted to do. It's just up until now, they were including you in it. And now they don't want to. And as hurtful and as painful as that is, they're fully aware of what they're doing. They know that you are hurt, they know that you are devastated, and they just don't care. Because if they wanted you to be happy, if they wanted to take some of the pain away, they would. So they don't have the capacity for that, for whatever reason, a character flaw, a personality disorder, undue influence from a third party. There's all kinds of reasons why that can happen. But the fact remains that they don't want to, and they ain't gonna. So it helps a little bit to create some distance in the situation, and to really, and I think this is what's so important about this phrase, if they wanted to, they would, it really lets you put the control back where it actually lies. You don't have the control over them to change them, to make them be kind, to make them be empathetic, or to do anything at all. At all. You don't have it. That lies with them. And since it's out of your control, it should be out of your worry box. Anything that you cannot control directly and affect directly needs to be put outside of your way of thinking and outside of your list of things to worry about today. You can't do anything about it. Let it go. Let them be. Let them go. And just focus on regaining your own joy and what you want to do. And I'll bet there's something you want to do that is good for you, that brings you that brings you happiness, and that's going to make your day a little bit better. It may be going to get a treat. You may take a nice little walk. You may call a friend that loves you. You may just snuggle down with the dog or the cat and watch a movie. Do something you want to do and let them go on with what they're going to do, because they're going to do it anyway. If they wanted to, they would. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.